Welcome back to today's TMJ4. Won't you be my neighbor, and won't you please pay the same tax levy as me? There's a shocking new report out today in the Journal-Sentinel that reveals that's not happening. This video by the Journal you're about to see explains how uneven tax assessments are costing you money.
Imagine you live in a two-story house.
Hello.
On a street lined with similar homes. The house next door has about the same square footage, same lot size, and like yours features 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a fireplace, and is in good condition. They're assessed at the same value, and therefore, you pay the same in taxes. Now imagine the house next door sells for far less than its assessed value. The new owners complain their taxes are too high and ask the assessor to lower the value. Although the state constitution says he shouldn't, unless he's revaluing the entire community, or at least the whole neighborhood, the assessor concedes.
Okay.
He lops tens of thousands of dollars off the value of the house. Now your neighbors, who get the same garbage pickup, snow plowing, and other municipal services as you, pay hundreds less each year in taxes.
Yippee.
And you pay more.
Huh?
So do all of the others who did not have their values adjusted. While that single change in value may not amount to much when divided among thousands of properties, imagine if such changes happen hundreds of times, year after year. The result is a skewed system and a state full of tax imbalances. The amount of taxes being collected stays the same because it's based on the tax levy set by local government officials. But a Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel analysis showed that in 2013, in dozens of communities, more than 20% of those taxes were being paid by the wrong people.
It's a privilege to welcome Journal-Sentinel reporter Kevin Crow to our program this morning. Kevin, I was taking some notes. And for one thing, I feel like property taxes is not something you speak about with your neighbor. If you're out mowing the lawn, you don't say, hey, what did you pay this year? But this is something maybe neighbors should be talking about.
Well, it depends on whether they want to talk about it or not. I mean, you can look online and you can figure out, if your neighbor has a similar assessment as you. But the notion is you should be paying roughly the same amount in taxes. I mean, that's what's fair. So during certain kinds of years, property assessments shouldn't be changing. And so you and your neighbors, your tax bill should be spread out roughly equally if you've got the same kind of house.
Right, that was something I learned in the article. When are property values supposed to change? Only during specific years, and it's all supposed to be together. No one should just say, hey, come check out my house, don't worry about the other ones.
Right, that's kind of a practice that compromises fairness. And so there are things called maintenance years where property taxes really aren't supposed to change. And so, assessors can do work like, hey, you added a deck, they may increase your assessment, or there was some fire damage or something like that, they may knock down your assessment, but you shouldn't be changing the values of properties willy-nilly.
So people are going to ask, well, what do we do now? And they're going to look at this. I want to point out on our website, there's a really incredible interactive graphic you can do here. And as you look, I'm looking at now Brookfield. You can almost see the red dots where the homes, the property assessed values, 10% lower, right in places where they haven't changed. And then some just around the corner, maybe a few blocks away, they've gone up. So you could take a look at this. We have a link to it on our website. Of course, it's on jsonline.com. What are people supposed to do? How do you move forward from this?
Well, you want to go in there and you want to see if there were some dramatic changes in your neighborhood. You want to go on and you want to, mostly you want to be informed. And so if there are a lot of changes during your year where there shouldn't be changes, and we designate on there, we tell you what kind of a tax year it is. So if it's a maintenance year, there shouldn't be a lot of changes in your neighborhood.
How long did you work on this report?
We spent months on this report, and so and a fair amount of time on the interactive graphics. So.
It definitely shows. Thanks for being here to share your insight with us.